Hey, good afternoon, traders. Here comes the video update from Playbook Trading. Let's take a look how we traded today. A couple of trades that we benefited from. But before I get into the trade, someone asked a question in the room today about what it takes to be consistently profitable trader. The simple answer is it takes nothing and it takes everything to be consistent trader. The only one who can motivate you to be motivated to do something is you, nobody else. My intention to post these videos is to allow my work and what I do, and maybe you can find some nuggets that make yours or find nuances. Otherwise, candlesticks doesn't change. They form the same way. The wick, the top, the bottom, the green, the red, nothing changes. I just show you the work. If you like it, subscribe or let me know what you would like to see differently. But two trades that I like to bring to you, Netflix and IBM. So let's start with Netflix short. We started Netflix this morning, and I'll show you the. We started Netflix this morning with the short and the way we talked about why we were short bias on Netflix, and it was really pretty simple because it started from a daily chart, and I'll show you. This is the chat script from our room. I'm actually taking some names out for privacy reason, but I will show you how it went. Right here, I put Netflix short 439 by 445. So let's take a look. This is really stemming from a daily chart, and there's two things that you got to know. It wasn't a tier 1 gap. It's a tier 2 gap. It would have been a tier 1 if we had this candle finish at the as first half of this candle. This is gapping under this and into this. The target wasn't too much because there's your minor support, and that's where it's starting to bounce. So at that point, we'll just have to be patient how we're going to trade this, and it was 430 was the target. As you all know, this is one of my favorite patterns right here. What I would call it what I would call this is a go pattern from how I trade, and this is one of the perfect way it was setting up on the 5 minutes chart. And I'm just gonna snip it and show you this. It's probably make it more profound than the chart, but I wanted to keep the chart up here for you all to see what's happening here. But this is a 5 minutes chart that's setting up. And in the 5 minutes chart, you've got red candle. Ideally, we would like to see a green candle, but this was a green candle. If I were to go to the 1 minute chart, you'll see how it all started. I don't really trade on 1 minute chart, but I do trade on a 2 minute chart. So it started pretty nice. You could have just shorted right here at 444. Well, I didn't do that because I just didn't have that kind of conviction in the gap, but I did love the gap here. So this is where the trade really started to work, right here around 441, and then the entry was right here around 439, which was ultimately the break of this candle, but it's more profound on 5 minutes, and I'll bring this up and show you what I mean. What I mean by that is just basically this is your bearish flag pattern, and this is a very, very famous pattern. Everyone trades on this bearish flag pattern. So let's take a look. Pretty simple. Trade was setting up right here. As you saw, we went right over here at 439. This break, and then put a stop. I actually gave it a little bit bigger stop. We could have put it right here, but give it a 445 stop, which takes you right up here, and that was a 2 minutes pivot. And then we knew the target wasn't that much, but we still have about $9 in the target, so about 2 to 1. And we ended up taking profits right here at around 433, and we started to talk about Netflix target. And here is the and I'll show you where it says right here right here, Netflix target 432. So we started to take some targets on Netflix. That was the first trade. The second trade we took was IBM. IBM was just, this is one of the swing entry play for me. I love this IBM trade. This always setting up, this type of chart always set up nicely. You could hold this probably longer term. I mean, granted, market has to work itself out, and we saw first reversal from the market, but you could start holding this. And IBM was a simple 2 minutes opening range breakout play here, and I'll show you where it was. this is your two minutes opening range setting up. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, and I'll put the IBM. I'll bring the IBM right here. So this is you can probably see it right here on IBM. Right over here, you can see IBM. Where is it? Right here. IBM long 138.50 by 137.50, and so right here, IBM was setting up right here. So we went right above 138. So I really liked it right here, 138.50. Little bit of anticipation of a 2 minutes range breakout on this red candle. So if this red candle was going to get engulfed, then we're off to the races, and boom, off we go the races. And nice targets, IBM. This was really the first level of resistance was right here. So you got to know where your resistance is. We got to 140, and that was about that's about the target for IBM. And we had a we had a good day in the room. And there was another stock that we traded, and that was more of a power play. It was more on a tape play, and I can probably do one of the videos how to show tape play. But the other day someone said, hey, what's going on with the market, and I can show you what's happening with the market. I mean, seriously, you got to go to the first you got to go to the weekly chart if you really want to go what's happening with the market. And 60 minutes chart is pretty bearish, reversal on a 60 minutes chart. And it's finished right at support, but we have a lot of gaps on 50 minutes, 60 minutes. So we could see 364 pull back in the market, and first level will be 21 period moving average here, 371 in Qs. If that gets broken, then you have this major pivot right here. That's the last pivot before we make the new highs, and that will be about 358. But when in doubt, you always look at the weekly chart. Boom, right to resistance. Weekly chart, kind of a peekaboo breakout maybe happening here. So 360 pullback will be super healthy on the weekly chart. And if I were to give you the moving averages, we already on the weekly chart we're pretty extended for the from a 21 period moving average on the weekly chart. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know if you guys want to bring something else. I am going to have some podcasts and some guests to come and talk about market psychology and what really takes us to be us, our best version of ourselves. And I really want to stay away from talking about what it takes to be a better trader, but how can we be the best version of ourselves? And when we are the best version of ourselves, we are the best version of anything that we do. So with that, have a great rest of the night, and I'll see you guys in the markets.